The Skyward Spirit, a tale of courage and consequence. On a crisp autumn morning, 17-year-old Lily Thompson boarded a flight from Denver to Boston, her heart racing with anticipation. She was headed to the National Youth Arts Showcase, a dream she'd nurtured for years. Beside her sat her mother, Margaret, tucking a blanket over Lily's lap. Lily, who lived with muscular dystrophy, relied on a wheelchair, but her spirit was boundless, her paintings a vivid testament to her talent. Across the aisle, a veteran flight attendant named Deborah Harris eyed them with a scowl, setting the stage for a confrontation that would change lives forever. Lily's journey to Boston was no small feat. Her condition made every movement a challenge. Yet her artwork, bold landscapes, and soulful portraits had earned her a spot among the nation's top young artists. Margaret, a schoolteacher who'd scrimped for months to fund this trip, beamed with pride. "Your paintings are magic, Lily," she whispered as the plane taxied. "Tomorrow, the world will see it." Lily's eyes sparkled, but a shadow loomed in the form of Deborah, a 48-year-old flight attendant whose years in the skies had hardened her heart. To Deborah, passengers like Lily were burdens, obstacles to an easy shift. The trouble began before takeoff. Deborah stormed down the aisle of the packed Summit Air flight, her gaze locking onto Lily's folded wheelchair. "This is blocking the aisle," she snapped at Margaret. "Move it, or it's off the plane." Her tone dripped with disdain, cutting through the hum of the cabin. Margaret, startled but polite, offered to adjust it. "I'm sorry, could you show me where it's safe to place it?" Deborah rolled her eyes. "Not my job. Fix it, or we've got a problem." Passengers nearby shifted uncomfortably, sensing the brewing storm. Lily, trying to ease the tension, spoke softly. "Mom, let's just move it. I don't want trouble." But her words only fueled Deborah's ire. "Trouble?" Deborah sneered, loud enough for the rows to hear. "Keep her in line, or she'll ruin this flight for everyone." Margaret's face flushed, but she bit back a retort, mindful of Lily's vulnerability at 30,000 feet. The cabin fell silent, the first spark of outrage igniting among onlookers. A retired nurse across the aisle frowned, her hand tightening on her armrest. As the plane cruised over the Midwest, Lily and Margaret tried to focus on Boston's art scene, flipping through photos of the Museum of Fine Arts on a tablet. "Imagine your work there someday," Margaret said, coaxing a smile from Lily. For a moment, the earlier clash faded, replaced by dreams of galleries and accolades. Nearby passengers, eavesdropping on their warmth, felt a stir of admiration. A college student, Jake, watched quietly, his phone ready to capture what he sensed might escalate. An hour in, the tension exploded. Deborah, balancing a drink tray with careless haste, passed Lily's row. Lily, reaching for her sketchbook, had a slight muscle spasm, a common effect of her condition. Her hand grazed the tray, tipping a cup of soda onto Deborah's uniform. The spill was minor, but Deborah's reaction was volcanic. "You clumsy fool," she bellowed, her face contorted with rage. "This is why people like you shouldn't fly." The cabin froze, passengers gasping at the venom in her words. Margaret leapt up, grabbing napkins. "It was an accident. Let me help." But Deborah was beyond reason. "Accident? She's a hazard," she shouted, her voice carrying to first class. Then, in a chilling move, she grabbed Lily's seatbelt and yanked it tight across her chest, far beyond safety standards. "This'll keep you still," she muttered. Lily gasped, her face paling as the belt dug into her ribs, restricting her breath. For 3 excruciating minutes, Deborah held it taut, ignoring Lily's whimpers and Margaret's frantic pleas. The cabin erupted. "Stop it," yelled a father from row 28. "She's a kid," cried a grandmother, tears in her eyes. Jake, hands shaking, recorded every second, his video, destined to go viral. Margaret tried to push Deborah away, but the attendant shoved her back. "Sit, or you're both off this plane," she barked. Passengers stood, some dialing for help, others shouting for the captain. The chaos was deafening, a microcosm of injustice unfolding midair. Salvation came in the form of Clara Evans, a young flight attendant with a kind heart. "Deborah, enough," Clara shouted, forcing her way through the crowd. She pried Deborah's hands off the seatbelt, freeing Lily, who collapsed against her mother, gasping. Clara knelt beside her. "Are you okay, sweetheart? Can you breathe?" Lily nodded weakly, clinging to Margaret. Turning to Deborah, Clara's voice was steel. "This isn't safety, it's cruelty. You're done." Deborah, defiant but rattled, retreated to the galley, her bravado crumbling as she realized Jake's camera had caught it all. Clara took charge, bringing Lily water and a blanket, checking on her repeatedly. The cabin buzzed with anger, passengers typing furiously on their phones. By the time the plane landed at Logan Airport, the video was already spreading online, tagged Justice for Lily. The captain's voice crackled over the intercom. Please remain seated. Authorities are responding to address an incident. Airport police, a Summit Air manager, and a medic boarded swiftly. Jake handed over his footage, its clarity damning. She attacked a disabled girl, he said, voice firm. Deborah's protests, I was ensuring safety, fell flat as officers cuffed her and let her off. The cabin cheered, a wave of relief washing over Lily and Margaret, though both were shaken. The medic confirmed Lily was physically unharmed but recommended counseling for the trauma. That night, in their Boston hotel, the video exploded online, racking up millions of views. News channels looped the footage, sparking debates on ableism and airline conduct. Disability advocates rallied. Politicians called for reform, and strangers flooded Lily with support. But the spotlight brought challenges. Reporters hounded their hotel, and trolls spewed venom online. Margaret shielded Lily, who woke from nightmares, whispering, "Why did she hate me, Mom?" Margaret's heart broke. She's the broken one, not you. Despite the ordeal, Lily refused to abandon her dream. At the art showcase, her painting vivid scenes of hope-piercing darkness captivated the crowd. When she won first place, the applause shook the room. Her art speaks of resilience, the judge declared. Among the attendees was Clara, who'd quit Summit Air in disgust. Lily, you inspired me, she said, revealing plans for a nonprofit to protect disabled travelers. Will you join us? Lily, tears in her eyes, agreed, her art becoming a beacon for change. Deborah's life unraveled. Fired within hours, she faced assault and civil rights charges. Former colleagues exposed her history of cruelty, sealing her fate. At trial, Lily's testimony, "I felt like I didn't belong in the world," moved jurors to tears. Deborah's defense crumbled against the video evidence. Found guilty, she was sentenced to 18 months in prison, her career and reputation in ruins. Protesters picketed her home, and her own family disavowed her. Lily's story rippled outward. She spoke at conferences, her art and voice amplifying the fight for dignity. 2 years later, at an aviation summit, she addressed hundreds. A woman tried to crush me, but she gave me wings. The sky isn't my limit, it's my canvas. The standing ovation was thunderous. Lily had turned pain into purpose, proving that courage can reshape the world. As for Deborah, her prison cell offered time to reflect, but no redemption. Lily, now a symbol of hope, pitted Hera, woman consumed by her darkness. The skies, once a place of fear, now inspired Lily's boldest dreams. What do you think about Lily's story? Have you witnessed or experienced injustice like this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Should we confront cruelty head-on or seek other ways to heal? Your voice matters.